Hi, my loves. Welcome to another episode of Culinary Experience. Today we are making corn pudding, aka Ukpo Oka, aka Ekusu. It's basically the same way you make your moi moi, but this one is not beans, it's corn. So I went to the market, I got fresh corn. You have to mix fresh corn and not so fresh corn, so the consistency would come out well. If you buy only very fresh corn, the consistency will be too light, so you have to get fresh one and not so fresh corn, then mix them together. Remove the skin of the corn, make sure you remove those black rope. It's called the silk. You do not want to see the silk when the corn pudding is ready. It doesn't really look nice. So when you are done, as you can see in this video, I was just peeling it off and putting everything inside the bag because I do not want the kitchen to be messed up. I was just trying to take my time to remove the ears of the corn, so everywhere will just be coordinated, because corn pudding can be stressful if you are all over the place. But if you just contain yourself and peel it gradually, it becomes so easy, and before you know it, the first stage is gone. So after removing the ears, it was time for me to remove the seed from the stick. So I just got a chopping board and a very sharp knife, because if your knife is blunt, it's going to really be stressful. But if you sharpen your knife and you just start removing the seeds, it's very, very fast. I like the fact that it comes in stages, like making corn pudding comes in stages. Go to the market, get the corn, remove the ears, remove the silk, grate, grind, if it's very easy when you know the steps. So just watch and enjoy. It is corn season and almost everybody is eating corn. Everywhere you turn, you see roasted corn, you see ube, you see, even in villages, you get to see people making corn pudding and they're selling along the roadside. But it's not here. I don't think I've seen people selling corn pudding here in Lagos. I made corn pudding last time and I posted it in the family group, and everybody was like, they want corn pudding. This corn pudding right here is traveling, so I'm sending it abroad for some of my family members who actually requested for it, because I live here in Lagos and corn is everywhere. I can always make after this one since it's corn season and almost everybody here in Nigeria likes corn. After removing the seed, just set it aside. It's time for you to grind. Get fresh pepper, crayfish, lots and lots of onions, bonga fish and dried prawns, seasoning cubes. As you can see, almost everything is over. Like, you have plenty onions there, you have pepper, this is habanero, it's quite spicy, then the prawns and bonga fish and lots of crayfish. So you just blend everything with the corn and mix together. I'm going to be slicing these onions. Feel free to chop or slice the onions as you wish. I've blended the crayfish and the pepper and onions are kept aside. I've washed the bonga fish and the dried prawns. So after slicing the onions, I'm going to be incorporating everything one step at a time. Crush the seasoning cubes, or you use powdered seasoning cubes so it can melt in the corn pudding while it's cooking. If you do not crush the seasoning cubes, it's most likely going to be in the pudding when you're eating, and you just get to see like one cube of pudding, which is really not professional in your cooking. So ensure you thoroughly crush the seasoning cubes. Then in a dry pot, the sticks of the corn should be placed at the bottom of the pot, so it acts as a foundation to the corn pudding. Don't put the corn pudding directly in the pot because it's going to stick into the pot, but when you put the stick, it acts as support to the pudding while it's cooking. Your pudding is settled on top of the stick. After grinding the corn pudding, pour in a generous amount of palm oil. Corn pudding and palm oil, they are like 5 and 6. You want to open the wrap of your corn pudding when it's ready, and you get to see this very colorful food. So ensure you put enough palm oil. Be generous with the palm oil. You would have washed the leaf. We are going to be using this local leaf. When you go to the market, just tell them you want moi moi leaves, and they will give you the same thing. The same leaf that you use in wrapping moi moi is the same leaf you use for corn pudding. Thoroughly wash the leaves and break the big stick behind the leaf, so it would help you wrap the corn pudding properly. Pour in the fresh blended pepper, the crayfish. This is the time for you to show muscle. You really have to be very firm in turning the corn pudding because you want everything to be well incorporated. The dry prawns, the bonga fish, so you have to be 2 people, but if it's only you, you can still manage. But we were actually 2. My sister is very skilled in wrapping, so I just gave way so she would wrap. Pour in the chopped onions, pour in the seasoning cubes, add salt, then you add water. After mixing and you need extra oil, pour in more oil. After pouring in the palm oil, you can add some warm water. I like using warm water to loosen up the consistency, because when you use warm water, it helps the ingredients to be well combined. When you mix corn pudding with warm water, it helps you to know if you need to adjust any of the seasoning like salt or seasoning cubes. So after mixing, even if the oil is still showing at the top, do not worry. Just make sure you taste for salt or for extra seasoning cubes. You start wrapping. You really have to mix this thoroughly. This is where the hard work is, because you want the oil to be incorporated. And while you are mixing and you still need more water, feel free to add some warm water. When you're done, make sure you taste before wrapping. Some people will tell you that they don't like tasting it raw, but you just have to taste it. This particular corn pudding was almost 20 wraps and the filling was big. So if you really like corn pudding, you can just eat like 2 wraps and you are done. For those who know how to wrap this thing, kudos to you. Me, I'm not really a professional when it's wrapping or using leaf for corn pudding. I just like to do it in a very small scale. Within 15 minutes, she was done wrapping, and we put everything in 3 pots. We took turns to cook on the gas. We even had one of the pots on this camp gas on one side of the kitchen. Then pour in hot water at the side of the pot. Just look for a small space by the pot and pour in hot water. You do not want to pour hot water all over the leaf. Then get extra leaf, cover it, cover the pot and cook for 1 hour, 30 minutes or even more. But make sure you taste the pudding after 1 hour, 30 minutes to make sure it's properly done before you turn off the heat. Do not open the pot until after 50 minutes. Then by this time, the aroma was everywhere. The onions, the habanero pepper, everything was all over the place. The aroma was everywhere, and it was even ready in that afternoon because we started cooking in the morning. As that afternoon, the corn pudding was almost ready. I added some extra warm water because I needed that 1 hour, 30 minutes to elapse. So it was ready at this point, and there's this last batter in the bowl. Yes, this is it. So it was time for me to taste the corn pudding. As you can tell, it's really looking beautiful because of the oil that we added. So ensure you put a generous amount of palm oil in yours when you're making corn pudding. It was very hot, but you enjoy it when it's a bit cool, like when it's warm. So you can have yours with gari, pap, or custard. So after tasting this, I'm going to be eating it the next day. Meanwhile, we have to remove some portions for my family members abroad. Yes. so they can enjoy as well, because they don't really have that time to start looking for corn, start cooking. So it's better for us here that live in Nigeria. It's easier for us to make it and send over to them to enjoy as well. So after tasting, kindly turn off the heat and allow to cool down for a while before serving. Thank you for watching till this point. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly like, comment, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.